Are you lactose intolerant? Guess what? We all are lactose intolerant. Real basic information here, ladies and gentlemen. As much as we have been conditioned to believe that we can eat anything in America, that we can drink anything in America, and that we can live any type of lifestyle in America that we want to, is against nature. You can't eat and drink and do anything in anywhere just because you feel an unction to do it. Because there are certain laws of nature. There are certain laws that we, the human being, which is part of nature as well, are supposed to abide by. All of the animals in nature abide by the laws of nature. There are the predators and there are the prey. There are animals that are herbivores, omnivores, and predators. And that's nature. There's cold seasons, there's moderate seasons, there's very inclement seasons, rainy, snow, and so forth. That's nature. You can't take a fish out of a saltwater environment and put it in freshwater environment. It's against its nature. And the same is true conversely. You cannot make a gorilla eat a polar bear's diet because he would die, because that's outside of its nature. And the same is true in the reverse. You can't take a polar bear and give that polar bear a gorilla's meal or food because it's out of its nature. A polar bear is a carnivore and a gorilla is a herbivore. Do you follow me so far? So if this is true in the plant and the animal kingdom, where does that leave us? It really leaves us in the same place, but we just really don't want to admit it. So you heard me make the statement early on about being lactose intolerant, and I say we all are lactose intolerant. You know why? Regardless of how much they push the milk campaign in the United States or in the world, dairy from a cow is intended for a cow's baby. Human beings don't give their breast milk to cows to drink. A cow doesn't give its breast milk to a camel to drink. A giraffe doesn't give its breast milk to a dog or a cat to drink. So why are we drinking the breast milk of another species that is not us? So when women, human beings, are lactating, when they are with child, their mammary glands filled up with milk. That milk contains the nutrition for a human child. Why? Because it's coming from a human. You with me so far? It contains everything, or should contain everything, notwithstanding if that woman is smoking, taking drugs, medications, and things that she's not supposed to be doing. I'm saying under normal circumstances, that milk contains all of the nutrition that that new baby needs. Human baby needs human milk. So when we drink a cow's milk, the cow has an extreme amount of protein in its milk. That's too much for the human body. So that causes other issues in the human body. So when a person says, well, I'm lactose intolerant, of course you are, because what's contained in milk is something called lactose. Okay? There is something contained in the woman and in the man, human being that is, called lactate. Lactate is a chemical inside of our bodies that's supposed to break down sugar. Okay? It is not sufficient in quantity to break down the sugar called lactose that comes from a dairy cow. It's not sufficient. It's not adequate. And by it not being adequate, it causes conditions such as gas, bloating, stomach issues, GI issues, and even circulatory issues, plaque building up in the arteries because of the excess sugar. Protein. That's not normal for us to have in our bodies. So I know I'm rambling on. I'm going to say this again. I know that we have an industry that pushes dairy. I know people love cheese, all types of cheeses. I know people love ice cream, all types of ice cream. I know people love strawberry milk, chocolate milk, and regular milk. I know people who love cookies and dairy where they use milk products, and all of the other things that contain milk products, yogurt, and so on. I know you love these things, but they don't love you. So when you tell people to do things in moderation, it's sort of a two-edged sword. When we're talking about diet, if we're saying take the things that are not good for you and do them in moderation, are we still doing harm to ourselves, our bodies? Yes, we are. So over time, it's going to affect us in a negative way, and we're going to end up with some disease or cancer even, because we're going against nature. Nature intended all of the participants in nature to follow the plan. Now when we, because we're the most intelligent creature on the planet, when we go against nature, don't forget this one simple thing: nature's always going to win. So understand that. So if you are consuming dairy from another animal when you are a baby, you're supposed to be weaned off your mother's milk. Why are we still drinking milk, especially that of another species? Just something for you to think about. Now, I know I'm going to have some proponents out there that don't like me or don't like what I'm saying. There's no reason for you not to like me, because I never espouse hatred at all. But you won't like the message, I put it like that. And most people that don't like the messages because they don't want to change their lifestyles, that's their prerogative. That's your prerogative. But this message is for those that want to have understanding and to want to have a more healthy and a more fulfilled life. Okay? A more prolonged life. Okay? This is Brother Teacher with this message about dairy again. Are you lactose intolerant? If you don't drink the milk that was not intended for you, you won't be. All right. I love you and y'all love you. So long.